It was the night of January 18th, 2021. LeBron James walked into the Lakers locker room, having just lost to a Warriors team that is currently still stricken with injury, its second option in Klay Thompson still out with an Achilles tear. As he looks around the room, intent on finding the weak link in the team, he finally turns his attention to AD.
This is the worst lineup I've ever had. The worst. What am I supposed to tell my family on Taco Tuesday, huh? What the hell am I supposed to tell them? I wish I still had Matthew DeLarville. I wish I still had Matthew. At least they knew they were bad and didn't try to be something they're not. But you got the center thinking he's a power forward, trying to play point forward. Let me tell you something. I'm the only point forward on this team. Talking about you had 7 assists. Ain't nobody else here getting no triple double. Ain't nobody. Why is Lonzo Ball about me? Why is that ball boy about me? When I pass you the ball, shoot it. Don't throw the damn ball, shoot it. I don't want no dribble pull up. I don't want no hockey assist. Shoot the damn ball. If I finish another game and I don't get 10 assists, I'm calling Rich Paul and all y'all. All y'all.
The Warriors bench mob is legit. Hey, what's happening everyone? This is Swish, and today I want to talk about the Warriors' complete humiliation of the Los Angeles Lakers in a matchup that saw the quote-unquote champions, in a bid to outdo the Clippers, manage to blow a 19-point lead to our undermanned Warriors. But to be fair, the refs did call LeBron for traveling, and as he's admitted as much, he's used to getting away with it, as well as a few other things we won't mention, so let's cut the crown one some slack. After all, he only has one other top 5 player on his team. Tonight's win for the Warriors can be chalked up to a few things, however, I can assure you that the refs calling in favor of the Warriors was not one of them. There were fouls that weren't called, as well as phantom fouls. However, at the end of the day, we have to live with the results, as this doesn't put us in or remove us from the win column. What do we chalk this win up to? The Warriors bench mob is legitimate and Kelly Oubre came to play. Trailing the entire game, the Warriors showed tenacity and chased the Lakers back from certain defeat. During a couple stretches in the second half, the Warriors would start to close in on the Lakers. However, the Lakers would then go on a run and gain some separation. The middle of the fourth quarter saw the Warriors again go on a run to close the gap, and this time it was for good, as the Warriors outplayed a sloppy Lakers team, getting a number of important stops and holding on to the lead at the buzzer. Kelly Oubre Jr. was our most notable player for the night, positively impacting both offense and defense. If you've been following my channel, you will know that I had been mentioning that Kerr should have Kelly come off the bench at least for the time being. While Kelly didn't come off the bench, he did play with the second unit, and that unleashed the beast we all knew was laying in wait. Last night, Kelly was tasked with guarding LeBron, the team's booking agent. As such, he was a first-hand recipient of Kelly's Uber lockdown, managing to score only 19 points on the night when the Lakers sorely lacked in scoring, and 5 assists, with AD being the main distributor at times, racking up 7 assists himself. Kelly would force a number of very important turnovers, off which the Warriors would capitalize, and made his presence felt throughout the game. He played very aggressive defense and offense, not being shy about Unfortunately, and to the detriment of our entertainment, the refs were not too fond of some of these roses and slapped Kelly with a tech. which only seemed to make him play harder, managing to have his first night over 20 points since the start of the season. While he only shot 2 of 8 from 3, Kelly did not rely on his 3-point shot for his offense, as he did most of his work around the rim, finding ways to get to the basket. Kelly finished with 23 points, the second highest scorer behind Steph Curry and third among all players on the floor. This went along with 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and the Warriors' first line of rock-solid defense. Steph Curry, while not having a very efficient night by his own standards, would dish to Andrew Wiggins for easy threes whenever they would double-team the Warriors superstar. They must not have read the report on Wiggins, who's shooting 38.6% on threes this year. If these guys can continue to knock down these open shots when Steph gets doubled, this will open a lot of room for him to operate as secondary defenders begin to somewhat sag off the legendary shooter. He doesn't need a ton of room to work, so all he needs is a sliver of daylight to be effective. Unfortunately, once the Warriors start taking advantage of these double teams and making teams pay, the narrative will soon be that Steph was getting carried, as if to say he needs to pull up while having 2 guys on him from the half court. Although Steph is a dynamic scorer, the disrespect and hate for Steph Curry will disallow him from ever getting the praise he truly deserves. But that story is for another video. Despite not cooking in typical chef fashion, Curry was still dominant. He led all scorers as well as tied for the most assists in the game. He had a buzzer-beating deep 3, his first triple for the night, as well as a late 4th quarter clutch 3 for which the Lakers had no answer. I have one question for the LeBron faithful. If you have a man on lockdown, how is he the scoring and assist leader in the game when you are supposedly the best? Let's cut the narrative and stick with the facts when talking about Steph Curry. You choked, but we just had Steph, and it wasn't just you. You had AD. You had help from another top 5 player. Steph has beaten 3 of the supposedly top 5 players in the league, with 2 of them teamed up in an attempt to shut down the most lethal offensive weapon in the league's history. Come see me. Let me not forget to mention the Hannibal Pascanimal. This man is a bully's bully. Off the bench, he took it to the Lakers in unstoppable fashion. Pascal out-Trez Trez. He's a 20 points off the bench nightmare. Best believe he had the Lakers shook. A second-year player going up against last year's 6th man of the year, toe-to-toe. This man is so efficient. If you give him a minute, he gets you a point. You give him 10 minutes, he gets you 10 points. Do we need to give him 40? Because we might need a 40 piece to cook these boys in the finals. Don't play with us. We got Kelly Oubre, but we ain't cute. Pascal had 19 points in 19 minutes. Not to mention 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And a steal. Just to remind y'all that he was the steal of last year's draft. Did I say come see me? You don't want to see us. The Lakers played a very physical game, using their size in an attempt to bully the Warriors in the paint. Where they lacked size, they hired actors such as Dennis Schroder, the Grammy winner for last night's performance on the floor, at times sitting down or worse yet, laying flat out mid-game in an attempt to get the refs to blow the whistle in his direction. While the refs ignore this obviously and soon to be fined egregious flop attempt, Frank Vogel, who went to bat for the 6th Man of the Year candidate, struck out with a technical late in the game that would prove costly. 115 to 113. Warriors on top. Checkmate. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Warriors content. Till next time, swish.
I block so hard, sweetie get served. Call me Lonzo Ball, bitches get swerved. Usually I don't get down with these girls, but tonight it's on my mind, so I might eat these words. I just wanna